What is up? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, you're going to learn some new verbs and how to use them. So this was something I found super useful in my journey, was learning different verb infinitives, because as I've already mentioned on this channel a bunch of times, most of the things we talk about in conversation are about use verbs, things we did, things we do, things we will do. So knowing a bunch of different verb infinitives is going to be super useful for you. So for this video, I'm going to give you 10 verbs. We're going to start from super easy, aka common verbs, to more harder or rarer verbs. So if you're a bit more advanced, you're going to breeze through the first few, but it is what it is. I can't customize for you specifically on a YouTube video. So first I'm going to give you the word. Then if you need the hint, I'll give you an image, and then I'll give you the answer. So try and guess each verb. So the first verb is decir. So unless you're a beginner, you probably know what this means. Here's the hint if you don't. It's a person speaking, so it is to say or to tell. So él dice la verdad is he tells the truth. Verdad is truth. You can also use verdad to say right. Like if you're saying something and then you want to end it off with right, you could say verdad or cierto. The next word is salir. So again, unless you're a beginner, you probably know what this word is, so I'll breeze through it. It's a person walking out of a door. So the verb is to go out. So an example is nosotros salimos a caminar todas las mañanas. We go for a walk every morning. So todas las mañanas is every morning, or you could say cada mañana, each morning. Cada means each. Salir is also a way to ask someone out. If you want to ask them out on a date, you'd say ¿Quieres salir? Do you want to go out? So that might be useful for you. Next verb is pedir. Pedir. Here's the hint. Person with their hand out. The question mark. So the verb is to ask for or to request or to order something. So pedir. In general, it's to ask for. So yo pido una pizza para cenar. I order a pizza for dinner. Okay, next verb is sentir. Sentir, you use that if you're talking about emotions. So it means to feel. So ella siente mucha felicidad hoy. She feels a lot of happiness today. All right, now we're going to go into a little rarer verbs. So this is probably the last kind of more common verb. Maybe it's not that common depending on what level you're at, but lograr. So lograr means something to do with a person capturing a flag at the top of a mountain. So what do you think that is? It is to achieve. So congrats if you got that, you achieved it. Ellos logran sus metas cada año. They achieve their goals every year. Remember from earlier in the video, cada is each or every. Meta is goal or objective. You could also say objetivo. So ellos logran. They achieve. Okay, next verb is aprovechar. Aprovechar. Here is the picture. Kind of seems weird with this person bent over in a vulnerable position, but it's a person taking money from a knocked out person. So they are doing what with the situation? They are taking advantage of the situation. So tú aprovechas al máximo tus vacaciones. You make the most of your vacation. So aprovechar, to make the most of, to take advantage of. That's what it means. Next verb is quejarse. So notice it has the se at the end, meaning it's a reflexive verb, meaning it comes with reflexive pronouns. We're not going to go into that right now in this video, but just go through my channel if you need more help with that, or just look up reflexive verbs. But yes, it's a reflexive verb. Here's a hint of what it means. This is an upset person with their thumb down. So it means to complain. So, él siempre se queja del trabajo. He always complains about work. Quejarse is to complain. Okay, next verb is tropezar. Do you know what it means? Actually, it's not that similar to the English verb, but if you just focus on these first four letters, trop, it's actually very similar to the English verb. Just this vowel here is different. It's not an O in English, it is something else. This should tell you what it is. It is to trip. So nosotros tropezamos con una piedra en el camino. We trip over a stone on the path. So I've mentioned this in other videos, but notice how in Spanish or in English, the preposition we use is over. We trip over. Whereas in Spanish, it's con, which means with. So they're technically saying we trip with a stone on the path. So I've mentioned this before, but in Spanish, the preposition we use in English doesn't always translate directly to the preposition they use in Spanish. So I have exercises to go over that and drill those in, but we're not going to go into that right now. But tropezar is to trip. Tropezar con is to trip over. You could also use this to say like you ran into someone in the grocery store. Like tropecé con una persona, with a person que conozco, that I know. Anyways, next verb is roncar. Brrr. Maybe that's a hint. So it means to snore. Mi hermano ronca toda la noche. My brother snores all night. Now, if you like listening to reggaeton or a lot of Puerto Rican artists like Bad Bunny, Daddy Yankee, Ozuna, Anuel, etc., you'll notice they'll say the word roncar, but it doesn't mean to snore. It means to flex. Like in English, when you say, not literally flex your muscle, but flex like to brag. So, él siempre está roncando means he is always bragging, or he's always flexing. So next word is regañar, and I believe this is the last one. Regañar. Okay, it's a parent doing something to their child. What are they doing? They are, I don't have the actual word here, but it's to scold. So, la madre regaña a su hijo por no hacer la tarea. The mother scolds her son for not doing his homework. So, this verb I actually hear quite often. It's often used even like when I would use criticar, which means to criticize. I'll hear people use the verb regañar instead. So it's not actually that rare of a verb. I've heard it quite often. So anyways, that is it. Hopefully you learned some new verbs. Hopefully you managed to test your knowledge and pick up on some new vocabulary. And yeah, I'll be posting more videos like this, as well as explaining concepts and just helping you with all the insights I have in my mind from how I went from being an English speaker to being a Spanish speaker to help you become conversational in Spanish as well. So stick around for more videos if you want to become conversational in Spanish, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.